Welcome everyone. So today is July 15th, 2024, and we are back with websites meeting. So I'll quickly do a check. So Sudhanshu, can you please confirm whether or not I'm audible?
Yes, you're.
Thank you, Sudhanshu. So I'm also denying some of these AI bots the permission to record the meeting. All right, so let me quickly share this docs link with you all in chat so you all can go and take a look at the agenda item that we have also while marking your attendance. You can write your name in the attendees list. So let me start by writing mine, and you all can write just like that. Just in case any one of you have any item that you want to share, feel free to write them all in the docs itself. The link is once again in chat. So let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will be starting with the meeting. Till then, if you are presenting and yet don't have your dev server, running, so now is the time for you to, start the server. Also, Asparsh, do you mind putting reminder in general and websites channel for folks to join? Asparsh, can you confirm whether or not it will be reminding folks?
Yeah. I'm good.
Thank you, Asparsh.
Oh,
So yeah, I think we are good to start. And so once again, for those of you who just joined the call, let me grab this link and put it in chat. This link will take you to the docs that you can see on your screen. So you can use it for writing your name in the attendee list so as to mark your attendance, or if you have any item on websites and UI UX and or assistant, you can mention them all in the docs itself, and we'll make sure that we cover those items. All right, so before we get started with topics, let's follow our tradition, and that is for all those folks who are new to the websites meeting, you can introduce yourself, like what is the technology that you are learning or are working with, and any general info that you would want the members on the call to know. So now is your chance. I'll take a look at the participant list in the Zoom, and then we'll let them introduce themselves. So Vidit, is it the first time that you're joining this call? If yes, do you mind giving your intro? Just in case, if you have any audio or mic issues, you also can use chat to give your intro. So I think there's some issue with its audio because we still cannot hear him. So let's keep going forward. And so I wonder if Ansh is the first time that you're joining the call, or have you already been here?
no, yeah, this is my first time. Like I joined the community yesterday itself,
And yeah, this is my first time. Yeah.
Yeah, very welcome. Do you mind giving intro to the participants?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Ansh Sarkar. I'm currently an incoming master's student at IIT Kharagpur, and I'm doing my master's in large-scale systems and reliability engineering. So, I've been exploring DevOps for a while now. Like it's just been about 2 months. I've been working with this government consulting company where I'm working with on DevOps. So I was working on Kubernetes mainly. And then wanted to sort of explore the projects which were based on Golang. So I started learning Golang, and then I was looking at open source projects which used Golang primarily. And that's when I came across, Layer 5. And yeah, so that's me. And yeah, apart from that, I've done internships previously. I've worked with companies before. I've worked at LinkedIn as an intern, and I've worked on storage ops and all those areas. So yeah, just like passionate about large scale systems. Yeah, that's me. Thank you guys.
That's really great, and it's good to have you on call lunch. And since you mentioned about your area of interest and like the experience that you have, I think it would be good for us and for you to attend Wednesday's development meeting where we discuss around DevOps and how like machinery is deployed and all the changes related to that. So I think you would benefit from those discussions and can also potentially participate and work on any one of those areas. So I'll drop the community calendars link in chat from where you can take a look at the meeting and the meeting minutes there.
Sure thing, Vivek. Sure thing. I'll do that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, Ansh, for your introduction. Let's see if we have any more newcomer on the call. And looks like we don't. Rahul Harpal, like, is it the first time that you're joining websites meeting?
No, I also joined last week.
Makes sense. Let me once again. Okay, so I think Kunle, like, is it the first time that you're joining websites meeting, or like, have you already been on one of the calls?
Yeah, good afternoon from here.
Hi.
I think this is the first time joining this meeting, but I think I joined the newcomers meeting, I think last week.
Yeah, and that was like, your name was familiar to me. So like, doesn't matter if you were on newcomers call, like if you are joining the website's call for the first time, go ahead and introduce yourself to the participants.
Okay, my name is Kunle. I'm a DevOps engineer, so interested in service mesh, and I think I saw it on the internet, and I decided to join it to also learn and also contribute. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kunle. So hopefully we will have some items for you to work on in the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your introduction. And that's it, folks. I don't think we have any more newcomer on the call. But if I missed someone, please do introduce yourself in the chat. So you can utilize chat to give your intro, talk about whatever you want the members to know. All right. So once again, I'll request you all, if you have not yet written your name in the attendees list, so now is the time for you to do exactly that. I will once again drop this link in chat for you to write your name. And also, like, if you have any other item that you want to talk about. Also, like, it's always nice to talk to, faces than just audio. So if you have stable bandwidth, you might want to consider, opening your video. A couple of you have already, so thank you for that. All right, folks, let's get started, and we'll be covering items as in the sequence. And so first item is from Krish, and I do think that Krish is on call with us. So Krish, do you mind talking about your change? I cannot see a PR's link here, so maybe you can show your screen and talk about the changes that you have done.
Yeah, wait a minute. the issues which I work on, like the use pattern icon in catalog, in which the issue is that like on error, this image, or you can say the icon is shown up, and we want to replace this with this icon. So what I do, firstly I search that file in this, and this is the my PR, I think also merged. So so the file change is not so much like the own error. Previously, the image is this like asset image pattern. The directory is this. I change this directory to this logo, which I think want in conversation, and I then create a PR and also check by maintainers, and it is merged down.
Chris, can you please open the deploy preview? If you keep scrolling down, you will find a link. Yeah, can you open that link? Yeah. If you navigate to catalog page, so we'll take a look at. If you open any one of the cards, if you click on any one of the cards, so hopefully.
Like this one. So the icon, or you can say this is replaced by previous one, which is, you can say, yeah. So
I think
the
you have so like just so I think you have replaced the the lower version of the service mesh patterns logo that you see, because as far as I remember, the upper one was already replaced by someone else. So I think your change is about replacing the service mesh logo with this pattern one, the lower in the bottom that you can see of the model. So that's good, that works. I just had one concern, and like I would ask for others' feedback. So do you all also feel that this pattern size could be a little larger if you stay on that model, Chris? So the SVG that you see of patterns under related patterns that are the SVG that you see, could it be a bit a bit larger, or like is it okay? So everyone on the call, you are feel free to give your thoughts on this one. We'll wait for 5 to 10 seconds. If no one has no thoughts, we'll move on. Looks like it is already good. So thank you very much for your introduction, Krish. So
I have one more. Like in previous week, I also do a PR on another repo on the issue which is assigned to me, but I think the conclusion is that like the maintainers say, Sudhanshu, I think we don't want to use, you can say, media queries. So, like if I have to change any approach to solve this issue or anything, then you can give to me.
yeah, thank you for sounding off. Please feel free to take that link and put it in chat so Sudhanshu and others on the call can take a look. All right, so thank you, Chris. And like also like this change that you all saw was not related to the websites that we are talking currently, like it's layer5.io, but the change was for this website that is up next. But yeah, this is just a heads up that make sure that you put your item into the corresponding section. So thank you once again, Chris, for your updates. Next up, we have an update from Rahul about fixing some scrolling issues, but I don't see any linking of the PR here. So do we have Rahul on call?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Rahul, do you mind sharing your screen and presenting your work?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead and.
So the issue was in the programs page. Just wait a second. When we go to this URL, layer5.io/program/Linux Foundation, when we switch to the mobile version, there is a horizontal scroll, and the button to go back to the initial position in the page is like overflowing, and this was due to the links. And for the fix, I added a attribute for not overflowing in the programs.style.js file, and now the links don't overflow, and the fixed website looks something like this. Wait. So there is no more horizontal scroll, and this button also is back to its place. So I guess it's fixed for all the programs, and not only Linux Foundation, but the GSOC pages and all the other programs as well. The code changes is just a minor change, adding one attribute for the A tag.
Yeah, so since we are on overflowing issues, so recently like we have been encountering a lot more of them. So I think it's a good topic for us to investigate which particular merging of PR is causing such similar issues, Sudhanshu. So hopefully we can get to the root of these problems.
This though looks good to me, but we are happening like these overflow issues a lot more, and you can see that like others can see that there are a lot of issues being created recently. But yeah, like this looks good to me too.
May I?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm working on this. Like, I have seen multiple horizontal scrolling pages. So, yeah, I'm working for mobile as well as for desktop if there's any, like, yeah, for content as well. Like, they are not mobile friendly. So, yeah, I'm working on that.
So Asperge, do you want to say that you have any update on, like, do you want to share your progress on them, or?
I have talked to two people. Like, I guess I have talked to Priyanshu there on that, and he told me that he'll be working on that. And Anuj, I guess, yeah, these two people told me that they will be working on it till creating.
And one thing that if it's until it's the PRs are not so urgent, we can wait for Tarun's PR to merge for ESLint. So there are like a lot of ESLint changes while a single line change. So even if it's hard to review because maybe some other CSS took got it to it. So I think Tarun is here and he can like give the progress about ESLint. So it will get us a little bit of relaxation on reviewing PRs.
Yep, makes sense. So thank you, Rahul, for your updates. So hopefully, like your changes seems to be fine. All right. So next up, we have Moin on the call with us. So Moin, like, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. Just a minute, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is the live page of Layer 5 specifically related to system project. so it's not sort of proper in terms of mobile view. If I go to 375 pixels and even in 320 pixels as well. So this is the main page system. That is having sort of an issue. So yeah, one thing. Secondly, right now I'm just telling the background of the issue, and secondly, the issue was related to specifically this about page as well, because this about page is having a horizontal scrolling issue. Other than that, there is an issue related to table of contents. Like in mobile view, it's not working in all the pages, and this drop down is also not working.
Moin, sorry to interrupt you, but since you mentioned the overflow once again, so could it be that the button that we have, back to top button that we have there, the anchor tag, maybe that's the
This
one,
one?
like that's the culprit, yeah, that's the culprit, causing these overflow issues across the site, like different pages.
No,
Just
it's not that. Uh, yeah, you might be right in other cases, but what I've found out is that basically it has one more thing. Let me show you that thing as well. Here it is. So if I click on it, you'll find that we have this intra page thing. Basically, it's a list thing. Let me show you that thing. It's here it is. This is the one that's causing the issue. Basically, in mobile view, it's not completely removed. We should have used that display none. Instead, we have used visibility to none. So that property is not working properly. So yeah, I just changed it. Let me show you the live view as well. So sorry, live view. I mean like the one that I have made. Here it is. Okay. So here it is. As you guys can see, I've just added a bit of spacing on both the sides in 375 as well, in 320 as well. So it's completely responsive in mobile mode right now. And if I go to about page, here you find out that there is no sort of horizontal scrolling right now. The drop down is working properly in everything, in every specific, uh, and the table of content is also working. This button. That's it.
yeah, looks good to me. And like, what about that, back to top button that we have? Does it work?
Yeah, it worked. Let me show you that. Here it's back to top.
Like Moin, can you like will you investigate on two things here? One is that can you go one page back,
Yeah.
like the here. So here, if you click on any of that, click on identity, like increase the resolution.
Increase the resolution.
Yeah, yeah, and click any of the identity components or above. You can see that there is a drop down under identity color spacing typography. If you go to components, there are also currently three components. So it should also have a drop down there.
Uh,
If you
let
click on
didn't got your point.
click on the components.
Okay, components. It's not working.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, okay, go to. So actually, you can see under identity there is a drop down, right? Color spacing
Mm-hmm.
typography. So there is
Mm-hmm.
also components. Yeah, you can see there are components like button, text, and model under
Okay,
components. So
got it,
this
got
should
it.
also have a drop down.
Okay, so okay, I'll do it. No worries. One thing more. I had one thing more. Yeah, I have a confusion related to. I'll add that drop down. Basically, the link is working. It was taking time as the live page. It's not live one. It's the Netlify one. So it takes time. So the button is working properly. The question that I have is like, for example, if I go to button page,
Hmm. Like, has anybody look over this issue that comes, as you can see on the screen, when first time the page reloads?
I think
Uh,
we had someone volunteering for it. So we were discussing it in one of the previous websites called. I cannot recall the contributor who volunteered for it, but yep, we did discuss.
Okay, so the question that I had was like, this is specifically these buttons. Like when I was trying to like figure out that how they work, there was a confusion in it. Uh, the way they like currently it's like going from overview to guidance. There are some specific page where it's directly jumping to components or to identity or that sort of thing. I'll ping that in chat. I'm not currently remembering it properly. Yeah, that's it.
Also, make sure to not only in Zoom chat, like if it would be helpful if you could put that in Slack too, in websites
Yeah, yeah.
channel. So
Mhm. I'll do both the things. I'll create a issue for this component dropdown, and I'll also like figure it out that what sort of issue that I was facing previously. Highlight that in the chat as well, in Slack chat.
makes sense. So like anyone else have any? Okay. Also, like make sure you drop your PRs link in chat, Moin, so folks who are like interested they can take a look at your PR. So let's wait for 5 to 10 seconds. If anyone on the call you have any feedback on Moin's work, you just can unmute yourself and sound off.
Madhu, can we do one thing that if there are no next pages available, card, so in the end we can disable the button for next if there are no next pages.
Apology, Aspars, but we cannot hear you. Like there's some issues with your audio. It's not clear.
Write in
So,
chat, Ashwash, what you are mentioning.
okay, good.
I think he's saying that if there are no next pages, then we can just remove that
Next
the
button
next
from
page
there.
button. Yeah,
No, but that next button is also like moving you to the next component, or even for
yeah.
example, if you're in component, it will move to you towards the identity section, and so yeah, there is a confusion in it.
We can disable the click, not the button button. We can disable the click if there are no next pages available.
Yeah, so there are a couple of ways of signifying that like this is the end. So we can like so whatever solutions you have, you can drop in the threads just like when you said, and potentially from there we can take a look. So all right, so thank you for your updates, Moin. Now let's keep moving forward, and then we have item from Saksham. So I think Saksham is on call with us. Yep, he is. Saksham, do you mind presenting your updates?
Yeah, sure.
Saksham, we cannot hear you. Okay. Yeah, so if you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
Yeah, I'm just sharing the screen. Can you see it?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so the issue was the community handbook page was not responsive properly, so the content was getting on the side. So I fixed it with this.
You can click on file changes there. File change.
Yeah, and the media query was for larger sizes. So I just lowered the pixel value to 300, so it could also be responsive for mobile versions. And the component visibility turns to none so that it can adjust the content correctly.
Do you mind switching to responsive mode and stretching it back to full to smaller width?
Yeah. Do you want to
Yeah,
increase
if
the
you could. No, like looks good to me. Looks good to me. So okay, so this is in your local host, right?
Yeah.
The changes that you've done locally, it's already pushed on to in your PR, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There are some comments from Shudanshu, so make sure that you address those. I'll just ask Kanso if he has any other feedback or like any thoughts from anyone on the call. I think
Yes, overflow issue, right?
no, so it's like the content. I mean, the content was way more less than it should have been in the screen width because we had empty office spaces but not content that much. So he just basically had. So if you could once again show section.
Sorry.
You can switch to mobile width. I mean the smaller width, and then can show like what the changes you have done. You can also open this page, in their Herodai website side by side, so that folks can take a look. I think Snapshot is done.
Yeah. So this was the issue, and I've fixed it with
If you switch to around 470 that you had already. Yeah, so
Yeah.
this is basically the change Snapshot.
Finish. Go to the code section.
Yeah. So I just decreased the pixel value for media queries to 300. So now the content, the intra pages visibility turns to none on 300 pixels only.
Like, okay, so like, is this that as I asked that, is this that resolution you tested or just a random like it just decreased? Can you just for once just go to that again, that page?
Yeah.
Change. Yeah. Just go change to responsive and just decrease and increase the resolution for once. Okay. And what's beyond 765? Mm.
And then this is back on more than 1200.
I have
So,
a
like,
thing.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, Sudhanshu, like, yeah, so while I was like working on that issue, I've also found out like, can you just inspect that intra page within mobile mode?
Yeah. The visibility is none, so it's a little harder to find.
Basically, while I was working, I found out a file related to handbook, and there were some like 4 to 5 lines of code, CSS code, like that was handling this thing. So, have you removed that code, or like you just did that thing, just media
No,
view?
I just reduced the pixel value for that same post. So it just the display is hidden only, but the
we, we can do one more thing over here, like as I said that there is a specifically CSS related to this handbook file. You can check that out. Like there are maybe I feel like 4 to 5 lines of code that was supporting that intra page thing. I will check it on my side as well, and you can check as well. So I'll comment in your PR if I found something. Otherwise, like you can note that if the reviewer is okay with it. That's it.
Yeah, that would be helpful, Moin. So if you comment in the PR mentioning the lines that you're talking about, so that would help Saksham and both of you to troubleshoot together. So
Okay.
Sure.
Thank you.
thank you, Saksham. So thank you for your updates.
Just sorry to interrupt you. Like just a quick bit context that who are like working on this overflow issues. So like you guys like have that change any of the class names like the CSS, right? So whenever you're doing that, you should also like check that is that class name is like used in anywhere else that you are not working on. Because you do like that you just watch on the place you are working on, and if the same class name is wrapped in another place, that area CSS also got changed. So this could be an issue that we are having recently is kind of so many overflow issues, because it might be that same class names wrapped in more than 2-3 places and you are fixing at one place. So
Yeah.
whoever working at that place, you should also have a recheck, a test that is that wrapper is being used anywhere else also. If it's, then you should have a test in that.
Thank you for these notes, Nanshu. So next up we have Clint. So let me take a look if we have.
Yeah, is my voice clear now?
Yep, yours is.
So my PR was simply that this page was not so responsive now, since we were talking about the pages not being as in there's this overflow condition, right? So even I noticed that in my PR there's this overflow condition. Now this is the official Layer5 website. Just a moment. This is how it used to look. It used to not align. I made this PR, and now it is aligned, but the problem is that again the text is being overflowed. Also, I noticed there's this website, there's this page layer5/learn. Again, there's this overflow here. So since I'm already working on this page, can I take on this issue as well? As in the same PR, there's this overflow of this image.
Yeah, so like since we like I mean alone on this website's call we saw around like 4 to 5 these similar issues on various pages. So it would be helpful if you could just open a GitHub issue and if you want to track it down, you can continue there. Also other folks like Moin and some of them who were discussing the changes, they also like might want to take a look. So hopefully all of you can take a look at it together. So that way it would be much efficient for us to track it down across all the pages.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be wonderful.
Link. Yeah, I'll share this link on this chat.
Also, do you mind sharing the opening up the GitHub issue that we just talked about?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So if you keep
Should I
sharing,
go to the code part or?
Yeah, so please go to the deploy preview that you had.
Yeah, that's this. Just a moment. Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah, so these aligning issues, I'll take it as like you have made sure that in mobile view too they align perfectly. If you can switch to mobile view once.
Yeah, sure. Just a moment. I'll show you from. Yeah. So this is the normal laptop view, and then the decreased view, then the tablet view, then this large view. Now the problem arises after, if I go smaller than this, there's this problem that arises.
Yeah, so let's for now
One thing.
If you so sorry to interrupt, Moin. So if you go lower than 425, let's take a look at the aligning of these start date locations. So let's for now keep aside the overflowing issue.
Yeah. Lower than this. So yeah.
If you could scroll.
This comes to the very edge, but it's not overflowed yet. But when I go smaller than this, it's just a moment. Yeah. See, there's this overflow. Now I need to work on this. Since we were talking on this topic of overflow, I noticed this, and also the other page as well.
Yeah,
So since I opened this PR, I'll be working on both of these.
yeah, please make sure you open a GitHub issue. So
Yeah.
yeah, Moin,
Also,
please go
if
ahead.
Moin can assist me, then it would be really helpful.
Yeah, so if you keep sharing your screen, so hopefully if Moin has any comment on your chin, so you can talk about that.
Which page should I open? This.
Yeah, just like, yep, you can be like specifically talking about this software engineering internship page. Like what I found out, like when we are like working on it or on the local host, it's most of the times that overflow thing or the horizontal scrolling thing is related to due to loading. It's not on the lab website. So for example, if you go to lab website and /learn, the page that you were showing previously, yeah, just now, so if you go to like just load it and then inspect it, like this right now, just move to the full screen, because I'm not having that issue within my page. I don't know why. Okay, so now
See, I
just go
reloaded
to
the website now. See, the thing is that the image is overflowing.
Let me show you my screen. I don't know why I'm not having this.
In fact, I don't even have to
pixels.
go to the mobile small version. I can find this in mobile medium version as well.
Mobile medium version as well. But okay, we can do this thing that you can just start a thread via Slack and we'll discuss that thing over there, because I'm not having this issue on my live website. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, so out of this discussion, two things come up, and the first is like let's open a GitHub issue. So Clint has said that he'll be opening one, and also it would be helpful if you would take that issues link and then start your thread and put it there, just for others' context who are not on the call. So thank you, Moin and Clint, for volunteering.
I also not got that overflow.
Yeah, so thank you for sounding off, Rishikesh. You also can follow up in the thread that Moin and Clint will be having, so it would be helpful. All right, let's cover Priyanshu's item. So do we have Priyanshu on call? Yep, we do.
Hi.
Hi, please go ahead and share your update.
So basically, it was suggestion for an issue. I want to validate this issue. So for example, here in the hover menu, I feel it should be in the center, or no, or it follows the design in the Figma. This menu here.
If you hover on the products one, like, does it have the same?
Yeah,
also for the integrations,
like,
I don't think integrations.
But for all these nav bars, it's not in the center.
Yeah, but then I mean, one can think of it this way, that they start from the where the other section of the page starts. So
this line
post, yeah. So it could be
just wanted to validate this, if this is following the Figma design or not. I guess this is.
Let me ask for others' thoughts here. Since also we are missing Rex, so we might also want to confirm it from him.
Yeah.
But others on the call, they also can give can sound off with their thoughts. So anyone who wants to say about this, you have 10 seconds to say it. Shudanshu, do you have any other thoughts?
Not kindly. Yeah, I have one suggestion on that navbar.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Instead of that round box which is getting displayed after hovering on the product solutions and all, we could just merge it to the navbar by some rounded corners. That would look more suitable.
Once again, UXers input is very much needed here. But yeah, so we will get this reviewed from Rex. We can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thing is, it was asked to me that we can add some animations in the layers 5. So maybe we can add this there. For example, there are two rows, so we can have one scrolling upwards and one scrolling downwards, like a timeline. Like
Yeah, this was already a work in progress item, I guess, by Jonathan.
okay.
Hargun is also working on animation. So, do we have any updates?
Ashwash, like I think that there's some frequent audio issues from your side. You might want to connect to your mic.
I'm saying Hargun is also working on animation. So, is there any update from us?
Since we
My
don't have any.
animations were already merged. They were a section above the section that the one who is displaying.
Great.
All right, perfect.
So if anyone is not working on this, we can add this animation. Or
Yeah,
I guess
so
Jonathan
yeah. So let's get it reviewed from Rex, and then from there we can you can start working on it if he gives it a yes. So thank you, Priyanshu. All right. So you also have another item about any. Okay. So
these were the two items, I guess.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanshu. Next up, we have an item from Renu. So I'll take a look if we have. We don't. So can anyone drop this reminder in website channel for Renu if she wants to join, so we can cover this item. Else we'll keep moving forward. And then we have item from Tarun. So do we have Tarun on call? Yep, we do.
Yeah, here.
Do you mind sharing our this?
Yeah, so my PR is the ESLint setup PR for layer 5 website. So this PR only adds the ESLint plugin to the repo, and Prettier is still not set up. I have to work on it. That's the update. And ESLint should be working in CI also. And I added a workflow change in the GitHub folder. So that's the update. As you can see, the checks are all working.
Since we are on this, I just wanted to ask one thing, and that is like, were you by chance working on like migrating us from the older syntax of ESLint to their newer syntax? Like, by any chance, were you working on that?
New ESLint 9, right? So ESLint 9 has most of the plugins are working now, but still the Next and React plugins are not supporting ESLint 9, so we cannot still migrate to ESLint 9. We have to wait for the plugins. So that's the update with ESLint.
Tarun, can you just for testing, can you just add some unnecessary line changes and
yeah. So I tried it once, so I'll try it later, I guess. So
do just unnecessary changes and do commit and see that is it.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, correct. That's the updated ESLint. I'll do the changes and I'll share it to Sudhanshu, I guess. And upgrade, if I can move to the next update regarding the Gatsby v5 update, I can move. If there's any doubt, anyone can ask me.
Yeah, all right. So does anyone have any thought, any question for Tarun on this change?
Yeah, Tarun, it's Clint. So have you taken consideration for Prettier as well?
Yeah, so Prettier requires
Because,
a large change. Yeah, it should be done, and I'm trying to work on. most likely next week I'll complete it fully.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the updated video.
Let's go to your next item. Sorry.
So the next item is the like it was the Gatsby V5 changed by I have like Randy Chilla had a update like gave a PR on 2023 and he changed the many plugins, additional plugins and newer plugins for the Gatsby V5 change. So I was testing this PR and it's still building, but we cannot use this because of the many match conflicts. So I have to study it. I have to make the code mods again with a new master. So, but I was testing the build time with the new Gatsby V5. It is reduced by 50%. Like new build time will be 25 seconds with cache, and the current one is 47 seconds. So that's the if that will be the new V5 change speeds.
Yeah, that's really promising. Yeah, please go ahead.
That's all the update. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so I just had one question about this. So migrating to V5, like, is there any consideration in making changes to the syntactical way of writing code, or like the way we have configured various queries, or the way we are
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
there
we
are
have to make
it's a major update, and there are like changes with GraphQL syntax everywhere, so it need to be done carefully. And I'm thinking first add the prettier change, then we will do these code mods and think programmatically, so it might be more stable. That's the plan.
Thank you, Taran. So also, like, since we are on this, so Stanshu, like, do you have idea whether or not we move to latest React version? Archit is not on the call, and so I wonder if you have any update, or like if you have any input on that one.
That part is like ready to go, but just Archit had to do some testing to remote providers like Extension, Mesh Cloud, and Meshcamp. So I think he couldn't, or yeah, like he didn't did it currently. We are if that test is done, and most probably it will pass, but once for a safe side, we should have that test like it's working. Then that PR can be merged of React 18. There is a PR of upgrading the version in design embedded machine design embedded package. If that is merged, we can merge the React team after having a successful build.
Yeah, thank you. So thank you, Tarun, for your updates.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep, so we will do well to migrate ourselves from V4 to V5. That will significantly improve various things in the site. So yeah, this is the last standing agenda item in layer5.io, and basically is about Gatsby that we just talked. So once again, thank you, Tarun. Next up, we will have this site that is Mesh.io, and so fixing MeshCTL, I don't think is concerned with sites. So once again, we'll be skipping this item, but let me take a look if we have the author on call.
Yeah,
So yeah, so Lloyd, like these kind of items, they are discussed on development meeting on Wednesday. So in the end, or Sudhanshu also can share the calendar's link in chat. So you might want to presenting your work there, so folks who are working on in this area can give you feedback.
Okay, so it will be on Wednesday, not today, right?
Yeah, on Wednesday.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lloyd. All right, so next up we have a couple of items from folks, and I don't think we have any one of them on the call. So I'll just quickly cover these items. So if you go to any of the Jekyll sites, let's go to Mesh.io/catalog. And if you open any one of these design cards, you go to the dedicated pages. So you will see this link. Previously, it was around like Mesh.io/catalog/deployment and just this ID part. So in Jekyll, you can manipulate these links through using permalinks. You can specify a permalink and it will just open at that link in your website. So this PR is basically doing that. So for all of each of these dedicated pages, we have markdown file in front matter of which we can specify the permalink. And as you can see in this PR, exactly this has been modified. So let me put this in chat for those of you who are interested and want to take a look. So you can see inside all these markdown files, these permalinks are modified. So now instead of just the design ID, we also have this name. And ideally, we should just only be having name, but just to maintain the uniqueness, right? Since we can have a design, two designs having same name, there might be a conflict, and that's why for making them unique, we maybe need all of these design IDs string, or maybe just a concatenated version of it. But hopefully, we'll figure out a way to how to uniquely represent each of the designs. So this PR is about that. I have put the link in chat, and next up is if you go to catalog again, and if you use this copy URL, so it copies the URL for these dedicated pages and YAML files too, and they once again depend on the page, the link of these pages. So modifications also had to be done there, and this PR is doing that. So for anyone of you who would want to take a look, I'll once again put it in chat. Yeah, so basically this was all about these changes. Next up, there's this simple change about integrations. So we had broken integrations images in Mission.io site. That is this one. Due to a recent workflow trigger, we had broken icons here, SVGs. And so it was a simple fix about manipulating with SRC. So once again, it's merged. Let me put it in the chat. Yep, going ahead, we have an item from Conrad about testing. So let's take a look. I don't think we have Conrad on call, so we'll be skipping this item. And if you want to know more about testing, once again, you would want to join Thursday's bi-weekly CI/CD meeting or dev meeting. So these topics are frequently discussed there. We once again come back on to Moin's item about pop-up issue. So I'll just take a look if we have Moin. Yeah, Moin, do you want to present this?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So yeah, just one more thing. This was it's already merged, but the thing was specifically related to this website. I've made the changes that Vivek, you and Rex recommended a couple of weeks ago. Okay. So yeah, the thing I had was related to Motion. Okay. Okay, so as you guys can see that the controls of this video are not available, even on scrolling, even on trying to scroll this pop-up, I'm not able to scroll it. So the video controls are not visible, right? And one thing more, there was a confusion related to it. Maybe it was from Ashpersh that he said that it's scrollable, but this pop-up is not scrollable. I've tried it on laptop as well as on large screen as well as on mobile as well, and it's detached from the screen. As you can see that the screen is scrolling, but it's not the one that we want. It's the original screen from the background, this one, and the pop-up it's detached from it. It's not part of that screen, so we are not able to scroll it. So what I've done is I've just simply made it responsive. Let me open that thing.
As first, do you have any conflicting thoughts? Did you test it out And did you not find this a valid issue?
It's not working fine on my side. That's why I did ask to Moin. Moin, can you clear the link?
Maybe you were taking a look at it in different screen, resolution. So maybe that could be a reason. First.
Yeah, and one thing more.
Yeah, please continue, Moin.
Okay, so I think that the confusion was created due to that inspect thing. For example, if I go to the inspect and just a minute. Okay, I go to laptop 1025, and if I try to scroll it, it's scrollable, like it's moving. You guys can see it's moving. Even in mobile mode, if I try to move this pop-up, it's moving. So I think this was creating a sort of issue in Asper's mind. He can check it as well, recheck it as well. So yeah, moving to the site that I've done. What I've done is I've just made it responsive. So now the controls are visible on my screen. I have checked it on different modes as well. Okay, controls are visible. And
Yeah,
if I go to other modes as well, in mobile mode, in tablet mode, in laptop mode, and in large screens as well. That's it.
Good. So like this is helpful, Moin. I'll request Aspars to give this PR a review.
Vivek, can you have a look on your PC? Edit Istanbul fine for me. And can you have a look?
Your voice is
Can
not
anyone
clear,
have a
Ashwin.
look? I'm sorry for that. Can anyone else have a look? It's working fine for me. It looks good to me already. So, Sudhanshu, David?
Yeah, I look into it. I didn't have a glance over it.
Yeah, so I just had, I did what you said me to do, and like, yeah, it was working for me too. So let me start sharing my screen so I can show it to you all. So this is the page/catalog, and we are opening this, and I can scroll it like this. But yeah, like, since he's having an issue, it makes a point for us to take a look into it. So I'll request us first review into that PR. And Moin, if you could share your PR link in chat for others to take a look, that would also be helpful.
Yeah, sure.
It's
Thank
working
you.
for me also.
Thank you, Rishikesh. So I think we'll need to take a look. Thank you, Moin, for your updates. And we are already 3 minutes over the time. And so thank you everyone for staying with us for 3 minutes longer. But let's, before we wrap the call, let's take this item from Sudhanshu. And since it's about contributing docs to Systent, so many of you have seen, items are open in Systent that you can take a look at it and you can potentially work on. Sudhanshu, do you mind quickly covering this item?
Yes. No problem. Okay. So there was a need, like we didn't have a contributing docs where you can just use how you can use Systent within Meshri, though you are using it. So I will just open the quickly. Yeah. So it's a normal example and how you can just start using Systent inside Mesh UI. So I will not go as deep because we are already over time. So there is a example codes that how you can use if you were to just use a button component, wrap it inside wrapper which is use Systent. Why this is a wrapper? This is a wrapper which takes consideration of the current Mesh UI theme and apply the Systent theme over the component. And yeah, there are like how you can use the colors tokens, right? And how you can use the use thing within of the system within Mesh UI. So you can pass the token. This is a token which we use specifically for background. We have background palette. For text, we have text. So kindly like we pass like this theme background default. So yeah, like these palettes are also were mentioned. I've added the link where you can see all the palettes. So these are the color palette of light and dark theme. So yeah, this was the documentation.
Thank you, Suren. So please share the link in chat for those who are interested to contributing to assistance. So that would be helpful for them. All right, folks. So that was it. We covered all the items that we had in the agenda today. And so, it was a good call. But before we end the meeting, let's talk about the community calendar. So if you want to join all the meetings that happen in the community, for like there are weekly and bi-weekly meetings, you can subscribe to this community calendar that will send you all the updates and also the meeting minutes like these. You will get access to these meeting minutes too. So yeah, that was about it. You can find the link in chat, or you just simply can navigate to layer5.io/community/calendar, and you will be here on this page. So once again, thank you everyone for joining. I will see you next Monday. Till then, bye.